Hey everyone, if you're learning English, I bet you've run into this problem. Adjectives versus adverbs. It's one of those classic grammar headaches, but don't worry. Today, we're going to clear it all up for good.
Does this look familiar? You're staring at a sentence thinking, is it he runs quick or he runs quickly? Trust me, you are not alone. It's a super common mix-up, but by the end of this, you'll know exactly which one to pick and more importantly, why. Okay, so let's break this down with a really simple example because this right here holds the secret to everything. In that first sentence, sentence A, quick is an adjective. Why? Because it's describing the noun, the runner. What kind of runner is she? A quick runner. But now look at sentence B. Here, quickly is describing the verb, the action of running. How does she run? She runs quickly. See the difference? One describes a thing, the other describes an action. That's the secret sauce right there.
So to make sure this all really sinks in, here's our game plan. We're going to start with what adverbs actually do, then we'll learn how to spot them in the wild, see where they go in a sentence, I'll share a pro tip for better writing, and then of course we'll put it all to the test. Let's do this. First things first, what is the actual job of an adverb? Why do we even need them in the first place? I absolutely love this analogy. Think about it, right? Nouns and verbs give you the basic bare bones sentence, like the chef cooked. Okay, but that's a little boring. Adverbs add the flavor. How did he cook? Skillfully. When did he cook? Yesterday. Where? Here. See? Adverbs add all the delicious detail and color that makes our language come alive. All right, let's get into the practical stuff. How do you actually find an adverb in a sentence? Well, there are a couple of dead giveaways to look for. This right here, this is your secret weapon. If you find a word in a sentence and it answers one of these four questions, how, when, where, or to what extent, chances are you've found an adverb. It's a simple test that works almost every single time. Let's quickly look at each one. So first up are adverbs of manner. You'll see these all the time. They tell you how an action is performed. How did she sing? Beautifully. How did he drive? Carefully. Simple, right? Next, we have adverbs of time. These are super straightforward. They just tell you when something is happening. When are we going to leave? Tomorrow. Other examples are words like now, soon, or yesterday. And in the same way, adverbs of place tell you, well, you guessed it, where an action is happening. Where should you sit? There. Or it could be here, outside, everywhere. And finally, adverbs of degree. Think of these as volume knobs. They turn the intensity of an adjective or another adverb up or down. How cold was the water? Not just cold, it was extremely cold. That tells you to what extent. Okay, listen up, because this slide covers the biggest rule and also the biggest trap. Most of the time, you can make an adverb just by adding ly to an adjective. Quick becomes quickly, careful becomes carefully. Easy enough. But, and this is a big but, you have to know the exceptions. We never ever say fastly. We just say he runs fast. And we don't say she plays soccer good. We say she plays soccer well. These are ones you just have to memorize. And here is another little curveball the English language likes to throw at us. Some words end in ly, but are actually adjectives, like a friendly dog or a lovely day. So how can you tell? Just go back to our main rule. Is it describing a thing or an action? A friendly dog describes the dog, which is a noun, not how the dog does something. It's a sneaky one. Okay, so we know how to find an adverb, but where do we actually put it in a sentence? Well, unlike adjectives, which kind of have to stick close to the nouns they're describing, adverbs are way more flexible. They can move around. Check this out. All three of these sentences mean basically the same thing. You can put slowly at the beginning, maybe for a little drama. You can put it in the middle, right before the verb, or you can stick it at the end, which is super common. The position might change the rhythm a little bit, but the main meaning is still there. That's what's so cool about them. Now, I want to share a tip that will instantly make your writing stronger. Adverbs are super useful, but sometimes we use them as a crutch when we should be using a stronger verb. This is a perfect example. He ran very quickly. Okay, that's grammatically correct, nothing wrong with it. But look at the other option. He sprinted. Doesn't that just feel so much more vivid? It's more powerful. The strong verb sprinted already has the idea of running quickly built right into it. It's just better writing. Here's one more. Extremely scared works, sure, but terrified is one single
powerful word that paints a much clearer picture. So here's the takeaway. Whenever you find yourself writing an adverb like very or really, just pause and ask yourself, wait, is there a stronger, more exciting verb or adjective I could use instead? Okay, enough theory. You've got the rules, you've got the concepts, and you've got the pro tips. Let's do a couple of quick practice questions just to make sure all this knowledge is locked in. Okay, here's the first one. The team played. Should it be good or well? Take a second to think about it. Are we describing the team itself, which is a noun, or are we describing how they played, which is a verb? And the answer is, well, of course, because it's an adverb that's describing the verb played. It answers that key question. How did they play? Remember, well is one of those big exceptions we talked about. All right, one more for you. He is a blank driver. Is it careful or carefully? Again, ask yourself, what word is being described here? Is it the person or is it an action? And you got it. The correct answer is careful. This time, we need an adjective because we're describing the noun driver. What kind of driver is he? He's a careful driver. Awesome job. So let's do a super quick recap of the most important stuff. Number 1, adverbs are the seasoning that modify verbs and actions. 2, to find them, just ask yourself those magic questions. How, when, or where. 3, always watch out for those tricky exceptions, like fast and well. And finally, to make your writing pop, try using a strong verb instead of a weak verb and an adverb. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you're an expert, what adverb would you use to describe how you learned this? Hopefully you learned it clearly, or quickly, or maybe even effortlessly. Whatever it is, you now have the tools you need to use adverbs with total confidence. Thanks for hanging out with me today.